Hey guys, welcome back to After the Island. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Alex.
And we have Hannah with us today.
Welcome. How are you feeling?
It's good. It's been so good being back home. Amazing.
Good.
Where is home again? You're in Florida, right?
Yeah, Florida, Coral Springs.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, yeah, number one thing, Bergie wanted me to tell you guys that he absolutely loves you guys. Absolutely loves you guys. We wouldn't stop talking about you guys.
Stop. We
Oh
love Bergie.
my God.
Oh my God. We were talking to Jonah and Taylor this morning, and they were telling us the funniest Bergie stories. Like, we were fully cracking up.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
he's such a funny guy.
Oh, we're like
hilarious.
We just love watching him. It's such a journey.
He has
Oh my God, yeah.
been reality TV gold for this whole season. Like, he's just the amazing touch to the season we didn't know we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but also an amazing touch that we didn't know we needed.
I know
was
you coming
in.
How did they find you and reach out to you, or did you apply?
We need the story.
Yeah, no, they actually had reached out to me like 2 weeks before the show started. And it was just like insane because like obviously, you know, you would think it's fake. I thought it was fake, but no, it was like real. And I was just like going with the flow. I'm like, okay, did the interview, did like, obviously the whole process, and like shit, next thing you know, like you're flying to Fiji tomorrow. I'm like, okay, wow.
I know, it really works so fast.
Yeah, so quick. And actually, because they had like interviewed me with through the process before like the cast of Love Island like came out, and so when they came out, I had saw that Marco was on it, and I had mentioned, I like brought up to them like, by the way, like I know this guy.
Oh my God.
Because you and Marco weren't talking, like you didn't know Marco was interviewing as well.
No. Well, okay, yes, technically. He had so basically there's a whole backstory to it. Like, I had actually known something that he was like in the process or something, like applying, working towards like going on Love Island. And actually that's one of the reasons why we kind of even like stopped talking. And so but I never knew he actually got on it until like I saw, Love Island Peacock posted and my friend sending me it. And I was like, oh shit, like. And that's when I reached out. I told him, like, listen, by the way, I know this guy. I don't know if that interferes with anything, but yeah.
And they were probably like, how well do you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, you want to know the backstory to it, right?
Yeah.
Basically, back in February is when we met. I had just broken up with my first and only boyfriend. And so in a way, he was kind of like a rebound, and we just started like, hanging out, seeing each other because a lot of my friends like were like actually hooking up and like dating his friends. And so we would all like hang out for a few months and like, go out and just like, just be together. And, obviously Marco and I were together for a bit, but like nothing too serious because after a while, like I realized like I'm a lover's girl, like I need something more stable, more like committed. And like, I voiced that. And like he was at a time where he was just so focused on his career and stuff. And he had even like mentioned to me about like the possibility of maybe going on Love Island. And yeah, so that was like pretty much it. Then we just kind of stopped talking. He would like send me pictures of us during the time that we were talking. But I would just like kind of heart it. Like I didn't really say much because like I wanted something like more like stable. Like I actually wanted a relationship. And like if he wasn't willing to like do that for me, then I'm like, okay, never mind then. But yeah.
So when you went in as a bombshell, we were literally shitting our pants. We were like, there's
wild
no
how
way.
they
This
did
is
it.
crazy. Were you like, oh, I'm gonna go in for Marco, or were you like, no, I'm not going after that?
Yeah, so they had mentioned that I was gonna be a Casa girl, but then sitting down and watching like the last previous episode, like I saw then like all the Casa girls go in, and I'm like sitting at the hotel like watching that episode. I'm like what the fuck? I'm like, is this a way of telling me I'm actually not going on? And I'm like, and they were like, no, you're actually gonna be like a bombshell, like on Casa Amor. And I was like, oh, okay. And like going in, like obviously, Marco and I had kind of left things just like very like up in the air, and coming back, my friends and family were. I didn't watch any of the episodes so far. I just saw like bits and clips, and so they were telling me like kind of like made it look like I was just there for Marco, and then like Marco like telling me like you came all the way across here for me for Fiji, and like when that really wasn't the case, like Like I was there for me, to begin with, and like I was obviously like Marco and I had left things unfinished, I guess. So I was like there to see, okay, maybe like if there's something there more, maybe not. Like it's like maybe the closure we needed, or maybe there's something more. And like to begin with, like there was probably it's like the door kind of closed on that. So I was like, okay, like it's fine. But like I was there also to like meet like other people, meet other guys, and like just like it made it kind of difficult when like I'm coming in. I already have history with one of the Islanders, so it's like shit. Like it was pretty hard, but I kind of made it work.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you totally did because we were hoping that they were gonna let you get to know everyone else too. Like, we were like, "We hope she just didn't come in
yeah,
just to be Marco's ex and then just leave."
'cause
And
we yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you go, sorry, sorry.
No, and we were just, like, so happy that you got to stay and, like, actually do your own thing because we had a feeling, we were like, "There's no way that she came on the show to come get Marco back." Like,
But a part of me thought you were gonna walk in, be like, "I'm here, Marco, let's work on this," and then I was like, "Oh my god, he could switch his head, whatever," and then I thought maybe if he was like, "No, I'm gonna stay," then you would just leave because that's happened in a past season where, like, an ex has come on not a US season, a UK season, where an ex, like, came on, and then the person was like, "No, I'm pursuing what I have here," and the person just leaves right after. So I didn't know if, like, that would be the case or if you were there and gonna get to know other people, but I guess you kinda just answered that you were, and to walk us through, like, all the other guys that you talked to and stuff and what those connections were like.
Yeah, so I got to know the other guys. They were all super cool. Like everyone in the villa, amazing, amazing people. Like day one, my day one, which I came a day later than the girls. Like, I actually had talked to Mike, was one of the guys I had like a chat with, and he's the one that I connected with the most out of like everyone else. Like, super cool, super like genuine guy. And from there, like I guess we were just like chatting, like while we were there, like 3, 4 days, I want to say. And yeah, we've just been talking, and then just like something sparked between us. And yeah, like with Marco and I, we were like super cool though. Then we just like after that we just talked, addressed stuff. Like he's like one of like my boys now. He was like, no, I'll
yeah.
watch out for you in the villa. Like it's like we're so cool. And it made it, I don't know if there was like because I haven't seen anything, so I don't know how like it
But
showed,
we
but like
got
we're
that
actually
vibe.
cool, like genuine like friends and stuff. So actually the entire time though, I was kind of like rooting for him and Hannah. So I was like, fuck, like I don't want to step on toes. Like I've seen
Oh
her
my
like
god.
absolutely love her, the most genuine person. I'm like, yo, like I definitely think we would be like really good friends. But yeah, so and then from there, just yeah, I just started talking to Mike more, out of all the guys, and yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
Did you know he was gonna choose you to bring back over Deja?
Absolutely not. Like it was so like just 50-50 in the air. Like I know we had like good conversation, we had a good connection in Casa, and I didn't know though like how strong of a connection he had with Deja. And like I genuinely didn't. I thought like I was gonna go home. Like, okay, like it was a great experience, like Casa was great. But I honestly thought like maybe there's connection stronger because I haven't like talked to her about it. So I really thought I was going home that day. Like it was just like a shock to me. I was kind of like, oh shit, when he said my name, like wow, like so I guess he felt that too. But yeah, it was a shock to me. A shock.
And then what was it like going back into the villa and meeting Hannah and, like, seeing Marco with Hannah? Did you feel like was any part of you, like, bummed that that wasn't you with Marco? Or no, were you like, "That ship sailed, like, I'm happy to see them"?
Like, no, honestly, like, I even from watching the beginning, like, I really liked them together. I was gonna see if they explore, maybe there's something there, maybe not. Like, and that door was definitely closed. And then coming back, met Hannah. She is so cool. Like, just how she's shown on TV, like, she's absolutely amazing. And like, I was happy for them, and like, we all like, even the three of us talked, like, we were all cool. I talked to Hannah, we were talking. We both like to travel a lot. We are like, fuck it, why don't we just make like a show of like the traveling Hannahs or some shit like so she was so cool. Absolutely loved her. She's amazing. And I was like so happy to see like, Marco had find someone like, he can genuinely like, be himself with and connect with. So like it was good to see that.
You know what killed me was when I think it was when you walked in, or maybe it was one time in the dressing room, you and Hannah both looked at each other and you were like, "Hi, Hannah," and she was like, "Hi, Hannah," and it was giving like, "Hey, Barbie.
It
Hey,
was.
Barbie." It was such a
It
cute,
was
like, little
perfect.
moment, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that like, there's no drama here, like, they don't care."
No, absolutely, there was no drama at all, like, coming in, even, like, when the recoupling happened, she was, like, talking about, "Oh, to Marco," because they had seen a video, I had no idea, and, like, "Yeah, like, your ex is
Yeah.
Hannah," and then, like, Marco was like, "Yeah," and we were sitting right next to him, and he's like, "Yeah, that's Hannah," and she was like, "Oh my god, like, hey, girl," we're like, "Oh,
I
hey," and we
always
shook
thought it
hands,
was
and
funny.
so from the beginning, like, we were just so cool off the bat, like, there was no, like, beef or drama, like, at all in that situation, so we were all
Good,
good.
Yeah.
good.
But on the other hand, you did hit a little bit of drama then at movie night with Mike and Destiny. Walk us through, like, what that was like and how that went down.
Yeah, so that was definitely tough, like, 'cause I'm not a drama person, like, at all, like, for me, like, it's hard for me to, like, step on toes, like, I don't want to, like, I'm such, like, not that girl, so it was, like, really hard, and, I had no idea how, like, Mike and Destiny had left things off, like, no clue, like, Mike didn't even, like, talk to me about that, and so, obviously, we saw those clips, and then, when Destiny, like, asked me, like, "Oh, like, were you ever gonna tell me?" What happened. I'm like, honestly, like, no, like, I feel like I had no reason to, like, say anything to her because, like, coming back, she never pulled me for a chat or anything. Mike never said, like, that he was gonna, I don't know. He never, like, mentioned that they were gonna have, like, pursue a connection, Jay, just that they were gonna talk or something. I don't know. I had no idea what was going on. And I had told, like, if you would have told me that you were interested in Mike or something that you were gonna pursue that connection, like 100% I would have mentioned that to you because it's something that you need to know probably. But like we just never had that conversation. I had no idea what was going on. And like it was like, a private well, I mean, how private could it be? But like it was just a moment between me and him. And yeah,
Yeah.
like and I was just like quiet the entire time because I'm such a non-confrontational person. I was like, didn't know what to say. I'm like, oh my god, I know if I say something, I'm gonna start crying. That's what happens when like someone confronts me. So I'm just there, and obviously like all the guys were like like defending Mike and me, and like it was nice. And some of the girls like Kassy like too. And then we all had the chat by the fire pit, and she was just saying like she was upset because like the guys and some girls didn't let her talk. Um, and that she was like addressing that question to me. But I told her like honestly, it could have just been something that you would have addressed to me like one on one as an individual, so we could have like more of like a clear talk between the two of us. But I
Mm.
mean, we never got around to that conversation, so I don't know. But we have like no bad blood or any drama. Like absolutely wish her the best. But yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
much
of
it.
course.
Yeah.
Were they not talking at all in the villa where you just, like, didn't even notice? You were like, "Oh, I didn't even know that he was that into her?"
Like in the
Into
beginning,
Destiny, sorry.
yeah, no, just coming back, I had no idea again, like, what was going on between them, and, like, I knew that, I guess, like, just before that, that they, had a conversation, so I thought there was, like, kind of a spark there, but I don't know how deep it was, so I even, like, talked to
Mhm,
Mike about it, like, "Oh, are you gonna, like, pull Destiny for a chat? Like, where's your head at? What's that? Like, did you guys actually build, like, a deep bond?" And he just said, like, he's just gonna chat with her and see, like, where her head is at, like, but I didn't really get anything clear from that, um but then finally, I think like the next day they did have a conversation and it was like me and Zay like by the pool just like hanging around and it's like we see them having a conversation. So we're like wondering what's going on, like what's in their head because we're like in the same boat. And I know Destiny had pulled him for a chat and like was like clear with him and let him know where her head was at, but like Mike never talked to me about it, so I didn't know what happened. It was until the end of that night where I had to bring it up. I'm like, by the way, like
mhm,
what exactly is going on? And that's when like he mentioned that he did have like something with her and like obviously he had a connection with her and that until she decides where her is at then like he's just gonna focus on me but until she makes a decision then like he's gonna like explore that as well. So I was like okay, like I guess that works too. you know um but
were
yeah,
you, like, down for that?
I mean, yeah, because like, we're obviously, it was all so new. It was only a few days
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
we got
Yeah.
to know each other, so, but, at the same time, like, I understand where it was coming from, but then it kind of, like, hurt my ego a little bit because 'cause I'm like, "Shit, like, maybe I am,
mm,
like, second option," and, yeah, so, we both got to explore different connections in the villa. Coming back, I realized that they didn't put, like, you know someone that I was exploring a connection with, which was so funny because we spent so much time
ooh,
like chatting. Um, but
ooh,
yeah, I mean,
ooh.
I don't know, we might keep that a mystery, maybe I might tell you guys after, he was such a genuine guy, like, we get along really well,
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my gosh. People are gonna be their mouths are gonna be watering.
I know. That is
Wait, so
crazy.
what happened with it? You don't have to
Yeah, you
say
don't
who
have
it
to say
was,
who it
but, like, what
was.
happened? It just kinda
Like,
fizzled
yeah, so,
out?
obviously, so, coming back, it was hard for a lot of the Casa people, because once everyone comes back, it's like, "Oh, shit," then that kind of reality hits in, and, a lot of, like, the OG Islanders are in their heads with their, previous, like, couples or connections, and so, I kind of just bonded with, all of the Casa boys, absolutely loved them all, amazing, amazing, um, and some of them, I guess, got to start exploring different connections and stuff, and while Mike and I, we were open, and like he made it clear that we're open and that we can explore different connections, yeah. And, I made a kind of a connection with someone in the villa, and I was also exploring with Mike, because I did like Mike as well, and yeah, with this other individual, like, we got to know each other really well. Like, I think it was also like a known thing in the villa. And
I have 2 guesses in my head.
Mattia.
Oh, no, I was gonna say either Kyle or Zay.
I guess
I
we'll
guess
never
we'll never
know.
know.
I guess we'll
The
never
audience
know.
will just have to guess.
Yeah, they'll have to guess too.
Which was funny, but and he like we had like made it clear that we did have also like a connection with each other, and that you know like he had mentioned that if there was a recoupling, like he would want to recouple with me. So I was like, okay, like shit. um, yeah.
I'm dying to know who it is.
Maybe I'll
That's
tell you guys.
This
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
yeah,
tell
yeah,
us
yeah.
after.
This changes
It
everything.
does, because I
So
also was wondering, obviously what happens with you and Mike post leaving now, and we spoke to him earlier today, and he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna continue to get to know each other, keep it light, like, maybe we'll go hang out, or do something."
yeah.
But now I'm like, have you already DM'd this other person to, like, meet me on the outside?
May
No.
never know.
You
I
never
need to know.
know. But, at the same time though, like, Mike and I got, like, along really well, and,
Yeah.
obviously after, we left, like, they took us out, like, to dinner, and, like, Mike and I still, like, talking, texting, FaceTiming. He's such an amazing guy. So, we're taking things day by day at the same time. Like, just being there is, like, such a short amount of time. Like, you get to know all these different people, but at the same time, like, I obviously wasn't close, like, off with to Mike, so I definitely wanted to still continue getting to know him. And so we're just, figuring things out as we go at this point.
And that's all you can do
Yeah.
once you get out of
Sounds like a
this.
really good game
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah. Did you have any, like, really close girlfriends in there? Or were you mainly,
Honestly,
like, with the cast of boys?
yeah, I actually got closer with more with the guys than the girls. Like, just coming in like as a bombshell in Costa just like made it like so much more harder, because I know you're already dealing with like the girls are in Casa Amor, like the OG girls, and now coming in like later and I'm like stepping toes on the OG girls and now on the Casa Amor girls. So it just made it definitely a lot harder. And I feel like, a day in there is like a week in the real world. And so girls have gotten like really close, and it was just kind of like a little bit difficult. Like all the girls were absolutely amazing, but it was just like a hard time for me getting close with the girls when they were like kind of like tight knit. But I did really like Ashley a lot, and she's from Miami. So which actually this weekend, like she had invited me to go to Del Rey with her. So, might see her soon. She's the sweetest girl ever. Like
Oh my
amazing.
gosh,
So
yeah, we
sweet.
talked to her yesterday.
Yeah,
She's great.
she's great.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
Super
that's amazing.
How fun.
Okay,
yeah,
love
'cause I'm
that.
kind of like from
Yes.
Florida here. Like that's surprising. I'm like, oh shit, so many people
Yeah,
here.
there
There's a
really
lot of Florida
was.
people from this season.
But you make such a good point. You had, like, the weight of Love Island on your
You
shoulders.
really
Like,
did. It was
coming
crazy.
into Casa and breaking that ice and breaking the Villa ice, like, you're
And
so
being
right. That's
and on
hard.
top of being a Casa girl, you're a bombshell to
Yes.
the Casa
Yeah,
girls.
that's yeah.
Like, really puts you on the
Yeah.
outs.
Yeah, especially since I feel like, yeah, you definitely need to have a certain type of personality just, like, going in, and, like, I didn't know whether I should try to, like, mold myself to be this kind of, like, persona that, like, I thought people wanted me to be, or just be my true, like, humbled self, but in, like, in the mix between those 2, I kinda just, like, closed off a little, because like, not knowing what to do, and, like, I felt like, oh my god, that time, like, I felt I needed, like, close friends and just, like, talk shit out, and, like
Yeah.
so it was
Mhm.
definitely it was very hard. I mean, like, movie night a couple times. I just wanted to leave. I'm like, fuck this. Like I can't. It's like it's a lot. It's very intense. It's a great
Yeah.
opportunity, a wonderful experience, but it can be so intense for sure. But like meeting the OG girls, all of them were super welcoming, and super super cool as well. Like I actually got really close to Kassy, which I didn't think I would. This girl's
Aw.
amazing. Like she is so sweet.
Yeah,
Like we
she's
match
great.
like personality. So I got close with Kassy and Leo, and it's funny because they had their little beef in
Yeah.
between, but they were both like amazing. And like I know like Leo and I, every time we talk, we always spoke in Spanish, so like people wouldn't like hear us, but
Who
I love
which
that.
couple would you say is the strongest couple in your opinion? Like, who would you vote for to win if you had to vote right now?
if I had a vote right now for like who to win, I would probably vote for Cassie and Leo. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely
cute.
love them, like
Cute.
and they're the ones that
Yeah.
have, like, gone through ups and downs and, have experienced, like, the full, like, intensity of what Love Island is, and, like, they're at the point where, like, okay, like, they kind of reconciled, but there is stuff, like, Cassie wants, like, Leo to make up for and prove, like, his actual love for her, which, I think but they're at a good place right now, and, like, I know Leo is, like, capable of doing that, and, like he mentioned to me like he was in love with Cassie. So I'm like, shit, like
Yeah.
you gotta fucking show her, how in love you are. And I really think that they're really strong and that they're gonna definitely work out outside the villa. Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
that's so sweet to hear. That makes me
yeah.
happy. I know I was like, not me 1 minute being like, Leo needs to go home. And then the next minute I'm like, Cassie needs to take him back.
I know, I'm like, I feel bad for him.
Like,
I'm like,
what is my
"Why?"
problem?
Oh my god, yeah. I know people it's like
Yeah.
ups
But
and
yeah,
down,
no
ups and downs, but
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
Then they
been
had a lot,
Yeah, they've
like,
had a lot of ups and down this season,
they've been
but
serving the Love Island journey.
yeah, it's
oh
been
yeah.
such a fun season to watch, and it was so fun getting to watch you 2.
Yes, and we
Hope
applaud you
Yes, you
for
did
killing it. You did
such an
amazing.
amazing job, and, to anyone watching this interview, if you have any more questions for Hannah, feel free to ask them down in the comments below, and we can get back to you, Hannah can get back to you. We'll link her socials so you can go follow her, keep up with her, see if maybe she ever announces who this mystery, almost coupling up person was.
Go follow to find
Yes.
out.
So, like,
We'll
comment,
see.
subscribe, and Hannah, thank you so much for coming on
Thank
here
you.
and telling us about your journey. It was really, really fun getting to talk to you.
Oh, thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing.
Oh,
Thank
we
you.
love you.
Bye.
Bye.